Okay, so now let's talk about really kind of the core of your bed, and that would be your mattress. And you say, well, you know what? Yeah, we do need a new mattress, and maybe yours is squeaky, or it's got stains, it's really old, maybe you're all rolling to the middle and you have to kind of claw your way out in the morning. Well, you know what? Maybe it's time to change your mattress, but it's like, man, that's an expensive investment. Wait and don't do it just yet. Watch what we're gonna talk about with this great feather bed, and then this might save you potentially hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, because Ellen, we could probably extend the life of that mattress a bit longer.
We could, we can.
Yes.
I know we can. I mean, look at this. This is a 4-inch gusseted feather bed. Look how it billows above. That is really one of my personal favorites, because you've got things in this feather bed that we've never done before. A feather bed is, it's been around for hundreds of years, you know? It's one of the most unique ways to top a mattress, to give you just the ultimate in comfort, breathability, and temperature regulation at the same time. This is filled with white duck feathers in the bottom. Then it has a top chamber that's filled with a plush down alternative. Give you protection from the feathers, also add a little bit of loft and softness. This is so plump, so plush, and we have done things we've never done on a feather bed. 4-inch gusset, so it gives all the feathers room to billow and breathe underneath your body. But listen to this, it's stain and water repellent.
Hello,
Can you
now
believe
that's
that?
huge.
Huge. It's baffle box construction, super important. So you have individualized pockets of feather. And, are you ready for this? You haven't even seen this yet, right? Dun, ta, da. It's
oh my gosh, it's got a skirt.
It's skirted.
Oh, that's huge.
It's huge, right?
That's
great.
So
we took this feather bed and we really took a lot of the things you don't like about a feather bed and made them great.
That's brilliant. And then if that weren't enough, how about twin, full, queen, king, California king? Oh my gosh, king and California king, a true feather bed, and you can get it home for, would do 5 flex, right? $13.99. And talk about transforming your mattress. Or do you have a futon, the pull-out bed? Do you've got one of our blow-up beds? We love them, but you know what? Not necessarily super comfortable when you're sleeping on them. This is the way to do it. Run on this one too, because we have a price that's only good for tonight. The 5 flex pay ends tonight. I can't believe we have all the sizes. That's shocking to me. Although the twin, I have less than 200. The California King, do you know I only have 300 of the California King?
Wow, but
and this was saved for tonight's show. Yeah, same price.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
It really is
and
crazy.
Real feather bed.
Real feather bed. So we've got white duck feathers inside. We use, first of all, super clean feathers and small feathers. Smaller feather, smaller quill. You know, you need the quill for support, to give you that loft and that resiliency, but you want them small so that you don't feel it when you get into bed. To add to that, we've also done a layer, you don't see it, but it's inside of a down alternative overline the feathers.
Which is perfect. You cannot feel the little quills at all.
Exactly.
And that's the first thing I look for too, because I think when you think feather bed, if you've ever slept on one, you're like, oh man, I can feel the little pokies. They're like poking out and poking at you and like ding, ding, ding. It's like somebody going like this all night long. You're like, okay, all over your body. I'm like, stop that. So I think that stops a lot of us from getting feather beds. You don't feel it at all. All you feel is, and I sat down, is this moment and your whole body just goes, like it just feels that great.
I gotta stay away from this.
Oh, don't
It's been a long day.
I know, you're gonna
I will just drift off into blissful sleep. These, you know, when I see a feather bed, I think of the first time I ever experienced one, and it's different. It's a truly unique, I always say the comfort food of bedding type of experience. But this one has features, you know, in the past, when I've owned feather beds, I always put a mattress pad on top of them to protect them.
Right.
Get this. You don't even have to do that. Not only is this skirted, so it's not gonna slip and slide around on your bed, it is stain and water repellent. Look at that. So no longer do you have to add an additional cover to this. You've got built-in protection for your feather bed.
And that obviously extends the life of it too.
It does. And not only that, look at the construction. It's so important. You know, when feather beds first came out, they were literally a big sack of feathers. You know, it was a piece of fabric on top and bottom, and the feathers were just blown in. Now there's so much structure to them. So you're seeing the stitching, that is individual pockets of feather. So these feathers are separate from here. So you have individual pockets under every part of your body. So when you climb into bed and you toss and you turn and you try to get comfortable. What I find with a featherbed is the comfort kind of finds you. It just envelops your body in softness and comfort. And at the same time, you get so much breathability out of your mattress. You know, I'm thinking of, wasn't it Shelley earlier talking about being a hot sleeper? We know all about that. This is gonna not only help to insulate you in the winter, but in the summer, you get airflow underneath and around your body. It's just a blissful experience.
Yeah, you don't see ducks like losing all their feathers in the summertime. They keep them on because again, it's kind of the beauty of a featherbed. And I'll tell you, my very first experience ever, and I share the story a lot because once you sleep on a featherbed, you really don't ever forget about it. I was actually after college, one of my roommates and I went to Europe for of course one of those college trips, and we are on the River Rhine, and we're right on the river. I don't even remember the name of the little place we stayed in, but I remember the bed I slept in, and the windows were open, and the breeze was blowing off the River Rhine into the windows, and I remember crawling into bed, and I'm like, oh, I was like, what am I sleeping on? And they had a feather bed, and they had feather pillows, down pillows. And I'll never forget, I settled down, and probably it was one of the best night's sleep I've ever had. And I can't remember the city we were in. I don't know what the name of the little chalet we were in, but daggone it, I remember that bed, and I remember it vividly. I felt so nestled and protected. It's the weirdest, craziest, great feeling. So if you've never experienced that, you've never experienced truly what it's like to sleep on a feather bed. Remember, Ellen, we had this one great caller who said, you know, she remembered her grandma fondly, but the thing she remembered the most was, and her grandmother was unfortunately did not have a lot of money, but she would tuck the grandkids into her feather bed and read to them as they were falling asleep. And she vividly told us this story from decades ago when she was a little girl. And again, you're like, a bed, a feather bed? Yes, that is just the beginning of it. Now, fast forward many, many years later, you've got the technology built in. So this is gonna last longer than traditional feather beds. Even other feather beds we offer, it'll last longer because it's stain and water resistant, which is huge.
It really is. And you know, the size of this one, this is not a 2 or 3 inch, this is a 4-inch gusset. The size of the pocket, this is key. I mean, for years, I have slept with feather beds that I wake up every morning and I move and shift because they're bunched up all over the bed. This one is going to attach to your mattress. It's gonna give you that natural pillow top. And you know, it's so funny, I love Suzanne's story, but what I find is everybody has their own personal feather bed, and it's an experience. It is a memorable experience the first time you sleep on one. That's why people have slept on feather beds for hundreds of years. I mean, they used to be passed down. I mean, they were a sign of the wealthy, where, you know, people cherish their feather beds because it made such a difference in their night's sleep. Well, now feather beds have gotten so much better. The feathers are so much cleaner. You don't have an odor. You've got much more loft. Now you have protection. You have construction elements that give you feathers everywhere underneath your body, not just in pockets. They are evenly distributed. A feather bed that will fit your bed, a feather bed that you don't have to add another layer of protection. It's gonna be protected from spills and stains. So now if your kid wants a feather bed, have at it, because you've got protection built right into it. And you know what? This is one of those I've said for years. Doesn't take you 30 days. You're gonna get 30 days. One night, you will know. And if you've got that old mattress and you are struggling to try to make it work, top it with this. I mean, this is gonna be an instant, complete overhaul of any mattress you put it on.
Yeah, I mean, think about your guest room. Do they have your old mattress? Everybody does that. You know, you don't get a brand new set for the guest room because it's expensive, right? And you always take your set, and you put it in the other room, and maybe it's seen better days. Hey, think about when you have company coming and you've got that pull-out couch that's so uncomfortable. You can toss this on that. You can take it, you can put it on the blow-up bed. Maybe you use that when people come to visit. It's perfect for that. But really, if you want to potentially save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, don't buy the mattress right away. Maybe you're thinking about it. You're like, we've just had that conversation with my partner saying, oh, really, man, our mattress is shot. Do me a favor. Try this tonight with our FlexPay. FlexPay is, what are we doing, guys? $13.99. And if it doesn't totally transform your bed, then go out and spend thousands of dollars. Go get the new mattress. Or here's the flip side of that. Did you get a mattress you're miserable on? You know, you tried that 5 minutes in the store and you're like, I guess it works. It was an okay price.
You went with the firm.
Yeah, you went with the firm and you're like, a little too much. Then transform it with this. It doesn't cost a fortune to feel like you're worth a fortune.
So true. And you know, the other perk of a feather bed, did you know every bed on our set, you know what's underneath all those sheets to make them look so glorious?
We always have a feather bed.
Feather bed, you know, they're used in magazines, designers use them because it rounds out your bed. It gives you that bed and breakfast, that marshmallow look where you just want to dive into it. It takes away all those harsh edges to your bed. If you dress your bed and you go, gosh, my bed still looks like a box. Why doesn't it look like that bed in the magazine? It's the feather bed. Feather bed is an instant makeover for any bed. This is I think this is our most affordable. And what I love about it
so too,
is it's not a 2-inch feather bed. I mean, you go online and price feather beds, and keep in mind, even if you have a California king bed or a king bed, it is the same. And I always equate a feather bed to a feather pillow. I mean, feather pillows, we've sold feather pillows for $49.95. That's a good price for feather pillow. Think about one pillow. Think about how many pillows you're getting, and this is a queen size. So it's such a great value for what you're getting. It's one of those, it's luxury, it's gonna change the way you sleep, it's gonna change the way you look at your bed. And I find for me, it really changes how quickly I fall asleep.
Oh, completely agree. Yeah. And once you go here, you'll never be able to sleep without it. Like, it's one of those things you'll go, oh my gosh, I didn't realize what I was missing. But revive the bed, change the feeling of another bed. Maybe you've got kids' mattresses where you just couldn't afford to spend a lot on them. Trust me, they understand. They complain. That's why they're always trying to jump in your bed. Put it on their bed, because we have all sizes. So we have twin, full, queen, king, California king. And I dare try to find down California or king size down pillows. And how much would you spend for a single really good king size down pillow? It would be more than $70. And yet we're gonna transform your whole bed. Even if you could find a 4-inch online you thought was pretty good, it's not gonna have the cap on it. You're not gonna have this part on it.
The skirt, it's not gonna have that down alternative layer on top for protection, and I'm sure you won't find one with stain and water repellency.
And it will not be $69. I mean, it just, there's nothing out there. We have this exclusively made for you. All right, stand the line for that if you will. Again, twin, full, queen, king, California king available, and we have 5 flex and a price